thinking about it, like especially with streaming, it's like I go 8 hours of not saying anything to anyone for the whole day. And then I go straight into 2 hours of screaming and laughing. Yeah, let me slow down. A guy named Stanley. Stanley Blue Cup.
Stanley Blue Cup.
Yeah, no, you never noticed. I had a Stanley for my coffee for a while. I like.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were until people started killing each other over them.
Wait, what?
Valentine's Day one.
Apparently people are killing each other for these shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, people are like going nuts.
Yeah.
Like, there's videos of people like robbing Starbucks and Target just to get the Stanley Cup, like the red or the pink one. It's a little ridiculous.
I think oh yeah, Megan did mention something of that. She linked that to me too. Like there's a Stanley Valentine thing that people are going crazy for. And I'm like, no. And she's like, I know. Yeah, I got that for my coffee, and yeah, I was like walking down as I was taking it to the whole point I'm bringing it is like I was taking it downstairs from the kitchen, and I was like holding like 3 of them in one, and then the tea in the other. I'm like, dude, I'm just as bad. I'm like just as bad as those like white girl memes that like
going into the car with a million cups.
Yeah, and like a water jug. Give me a second, I can put my hat on.
Yeah.
I thought
that looks good.
What? I haven't.
No, I'm saying that looks good. I'd leave it like that.
What looks good?
Your hair's up like that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was actually like I was thinking about putting my hat on and shit, and then I was like, wait.
You muted.
I actually put my hair up yesterday for the stream, and I was like, actually, I think I look kind of sexy. Let me do that today. So
yeah,
wait, I got it.
Looks dope.
Have you seen The Brother's Son yet on Netflix?
Brother Son, no. What's that about?
It's like pretty much like the premise of it. You kind of find out pretty early that like it's about a triad like gang.
Yeah.
And like hold on, my hair is not cooperating with me today.
Okay.
I was telling Megan that this haircut I got, even though like I left the barber, even though I left great clips, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a hat on type of haircut until it grows. I was like, whatever. No, but The Brother's Son is it's a show about it's about the Dragonhead Triad, which is like the top Triad gang, like the Triad family, and it turns out that like the father took one of the sons and the mother ran away with the other son, but like she's like hiding, like she's not hiding from like she's not hiding from like the dad or anything like that. She's like hiding from the rest of the Triad. Like they're living like a normal life, and so like something starts so then immediately something starts happening, and they have to call on to the brother and the mother, who have the brother has the younger brother has no idea that they're part of the Triad at all, and he's like an Uber driver and shit. Like, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty funny.
Okay.
It's
there's
funny.
So much shit that I want to check out.
I know, dude. Dude, Reacher came out too, like season 2 Reacher.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and Sarah and I we're waiting till the entire season comes out.
Yeah.
And we're
it's not out yet?
Shit. I don't think it's all out yet.
It is super fucking cheesy. Like, apparently, I don't think that story is from like Tom Clancy actually, but like, I was watching. I'm like, this is cheesy, but it's Jack Reacher, or it's like Reacher cheesy, which is like I kind of gave it a pass. Like, it's like somebody wrote a military story, but had no idea who or what military rank, what the military did, only based off of the movies.
My favorite thing about this season is how little the world is in this. Like it's just him and like his team
Yeah.
doing things to people.
Yeah.
It's like
no one else is paying attention. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
he like saves a chick that's being held, like her son is being held hostage in a van. You saw the
Yeah.
trailer for it, right?
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's you don't see any other civilians in the show.
Yeah. And also, like, the first season made sense because it was a small town nobody fucking heard of. This one, you're in fucking New York City.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and like one of the other things too is like, because I just recently finished season 1. You know, in season 1, spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched it, but he's there because his brother passed away, and and like the whole story was how important his brother was to him, and how his brother shaped him to be who he was. And then all of a sudden, the second season is like, who? Other John Reacher, who? Or I don't know if his name was John, but
they bring him up like once.
Did they?
The episodes that I saw, they're like, because they're like, oh yeah, how's your brother? He's like dead.
Oh,
and they're like, what?
Okay.
He's like, yeah, he's dead.
Damn.
And that's it. That's as far as they got.
But yeah, that's one of those, like, I understand, you know, it's another director, it's another season. What season? What season 1? Who? Yeah. I'm not doing it. I'm a new director. Who? I don't know what they did.
Yeah, I like Jack Reacher.
I don't mind it. I don't mind Jack Reacher either. And I do. Did you see that they actually did tie in the Tom Cruise movie? Dude, this one? Yeah, there's an episode, like, I don't think it's a spoiler, but there's an episode they're asking what Reacher's been doing, and he mentioned some of the he mentioned the sniper, the one that he ended up saving in the movie.
Cool, yeah.
I can't
remember his name.
I think his last name started with a D or something, but he's like, no, I like, they bring him out. He's like, what about him? Because that was like one of their major cases, I guess. And he's like, no, and actually, he owes me one. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, dude, that's the dude for the first movie. That's the Tom Cruise movie.
Cool.
And but yeah, no, I like you said, there's so many shows right now, and we just delved into Reacher. Fucking True Detective. The one with Jodie Foster looks so fucking good.
I know. I want to see that too.
So I saw that it was on HBO, and so we watched the first episode, and then after the episode ended, we found out, fuck, it like just came out. It like just came out today. That's why they were advertising it. I'm like, no, I hate it when we start something, and you know me, I like you said, you're waiting until everything, like. That's the same way I am. I want to wait until it's all out, and then I'll watch it. Like I did the same thing with Loki, same thing with The Mandalorian. Like I didn't do it with Rings of Power or the Game of Thrones one. I had to I had to watch those. But it's like, I don't like it that it's like episodic, because it's like I said, it's like a scam to get you to stay on their platform for the 2 months that they need.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, here's all of it. Enjoy, because we have it all already. Yeah, exactly. We have it all already. So yes, you should have it all too. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not like they're still filming. Like,
I know. They're like, hurry, we got to get the next episode out. Cram as much as you can into this episode.
Yeah, edit.
Slash.
Sound. Like, I don't know how developing movies.
It's exactly like that. I've seen it in person. It's exactly like that.
Just the director running around set, just yelling sound over,
pointing at people, and they're all just standing there. He's like, go, you. He's like, sandwich now, sandwiches for everyone. Everyone needs food. Go.
Sound. Picture. Action. Cut.
Wait, play that again? That sucks. Redo.
Fix it in post. Next. Moving on. Action. Wait, what? Moving on. Action.
Why are we rushing this?
Like, you and I just going into a set, just screaming out director words. Or like a skit or a prank. Sounds so fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Damn it. Like, I'm looking at the video on Discord. I ended up shaving too close on this part of my chin. I'm like, now there's like a big old fucking gap, and like every time I see myself, I can see the gap, and I'm just whoever's if you're watching the pod, you might see me scratch this gap every now and then.
Mind the gap. That's all I gotta say.
But yeah, how have you been, buddy? I'm still gonna be drinking my tea until it's gone.
Pretty good. Just we're stressing out about the house shit. Like literally, the second I get off this, I have to go pack shit up. We bought or rented a storage unit so that we can store
Yeah.
stuff to make the place look nice when they
Yeah.
do showings. But
You guys have
our realtor is confident that she only needs to show this for like a weekend, and then that's it. And then
I would imagine it's in a great part of town.
yeah, we're right next to the police station.
Yep.
We have a school. We have the library.
Right off the
we have
highway.
post office right off the highway.
Yep. Yeah. No, dude. That's a prime location and just to own property too. So yeah, I like she said, I don't, and it's a seller's market right now.
Yep.
So that's why you guys are gonna get a good chunk out of that.
Yeah.
So hopefully it works out for you. So the next plan is just showcasing the house.
Yeah, getting our house ready to go because we can't really look at houses until we get some offers and stuff. Yeah.
Makes sense
because that's going to be part of the bid approval on our
Makes
end.
sense. Can't you look at houses anyway for now? Like just
we can look at them, but there's going to be no point of doing it unless we know that we can afford it.
Mm-hmm. Let's pass. Okay. Yeah, if you guys start looking for places at least like in the price range, I mean, it kind of makes sense for me. Like I'm me, I'm kind of the one that just like I don't like to just sit still and like do nothing. So
yeah,
I'd
for
rather
sure,
do something while doing nothing. But
yeah,
oh,
it's just if houses go so fast that if we don't know that we can afford it, we go see it. We can't do anything about.
That's
other
true.
people
Yeah,
bidding on it.
yeah. It's like the process just to get a house. Like once you're like, yes, we want it. The process for that could be like as little as like a couple of days.
Yeah, because the second a house goes contingent,
yep.
Like unless that bid falls through, they don't even look at your bid. Like they look at whatever came in that day.
Yeah.
Like they don't give two shits about your bid.
I'm excited for you guys. I hope that works out. But I did mention earlier that it sounds like you and I were hanging out with our sisters yesterday. It was my sister's birthday, and what was your sister visiting yesterday for?
She just wanted to come see Link. Yeah, not me. But
how long is it? Did she drive?
It's like 2 hours maybe. She lives in
that's awesome.
St. Louis. Not St. Louis. Indianapolis.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Dude, your sister could visit anytime now. That's like the same. Yeah. That's the same distance from me and my cousins in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Go disc golfing with him. With her. Let's go disc golfing with her. Just do the same things I do with my cousin, but with your sister. Go smoke weed and play disc golf.
Yeah, my son loves Lucas the Spider. It's on Netflix and stuff. And my sister has been crocheting things, and she crocheted him a little spider like Lucas. It looks exactly like Lucas the Spider. Yeah. And she like handed it to him and everything, and he goes,
"Yeah, oh no, he doesn't like it."
He was such a bully to it. Like he just like, Yeah,
that's
I'm like, buddy, this looks awesome. This looks like Lucas.
Yeah.
And like I'll like start playing with it and he'll just smack it away.
Like, maybe he doesn't like Lucas the Spider. He just watches it just so he can build his malice towards spiders.
I told Madison, I'm like, he loves Lucas the Spider, but he loves the Chihuahua named Avocado on the show. Like that's the thing that he watches that show for.
Does the Chihuahua hit the spider away or throw the spider away?
No.
Right, I don't know anything about the show. So.
The Chihuahua is a self-centered asshole in the show, though.
Okay, yeah, like regular Chihuahuas.
Regular Chihuahuas, yeah. Here comes the Chihuahua crowd.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Fuck you. Chihuahuas are assholes. My sister's dog is half Chihuahua, half piece of shit, and it bit my dog. So yeah, no, fuck Chihuahuas. And my dog, Boots, he doesn't do anything to anybody, but Boots is such a passive he's such a passive dog that he doesn't like looking at anybody in the eye directly for too long.
Yeah.
Or he has to look away. But he is getting more curious now, so he comes up to random spots to sniff, so I'm happy about that.
Cool.
But anyway,
Boots
so
has made so much progress.
yeah, do it. But anyway, so and I'm also kind of excited to talk to you today because fucking I don't know if all right. I'm gonna get to the birthday party of my sister's last night. That shit was fucking hilarious for so many reasons. Like everything about it was just like it's set up to just be really funny. And it didn't disappoint. Like Venice and I were like on the floor dying laughing and like unfortunately like I only knew 2, 3, 4 people there, like really knew them. Like I see them every time. Everybody else there, and there's like 20 people there. Everybody else there, I didn't know them. So like I'm fucking like belly, like I'm holding my stomach. I'm like knees on the ground. I'm pounding the table. Like I'm pounding the windowsill. I had to like open windows because I was like, I can't breathe. Like it's so hot in here. I'm laughing too hard. I can't breathe. So I had to open windows just so I can breathe. And like Vanessa and I were like, she was laughing. Paulie was laughing. Emmanuel was fucking destroyed. Like he was also on the floor, but he had. All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right. I'm building it up too much, but
yep.
I did want to go through the. I don't know what the best way to tell the story, other than going through the entire day of Saturday, if that's okay.
Yeah, start from the top.
Okay, you can interrupt me at any point. I will I will be more than happy to fucking make a joke about it or whatever. But it's going to be a long-winded story, I think, for me, and I think like. Beginning to end, I think I set it up pretty good. So, in the morning, I was supposed to stream. Which, if you guys are watching our podcast, you don't know that we stream on Twitch. Giggle Guys at Twitch. That's us. Anyway, but I was planning on streaming with my brother some Mario Monster Hunter World, but I wake up in the morning like 8 o'clock and I see a text that my brother's like, hey, he texted me like 7. Hey, I ended up playing Pal World until 7 o'clock in the morning. I won't be able to stream today. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then just to kind of like piss him off, or not piss him off, but like, why did you stay up 7 o'clock to play this? I ended up buying it and downloading it and streaming it that day, like yesterday. And I was just kind of like fucking around,
What'd you think of it?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
Like, I do think it's kind of weird that the guns look so real. Like, I was telling Paulie, I would have been okay if it was like Borderlands guns.
Yeah.
Where just like it's cartoony and like it's off world. These look like fucking AK-47s and like shotguns from Call of Duty. Like
yeah, that's probably my only gripe with it is it doesn't seem like there's any art direction to the game. It feels like a bunch of. I hate when games do this, but it seems like a bunch of store-bought assets just slapped together.
The Pokemon look good. The Pokemon look
they look like straight up Pokemon.
Yeah, and the characters, they look cartoony in the sense of Pokemon, but then all the assets like the trees and the berries, the grass, the stones, all that stuff, it looks like Valheim type assets.
Yeah.
And the guns just it looks silly, but I don't see a lot of give me 1 second. There we go. What's up, buddy?
Not much. How are you?
Doing good, man. Sorry, we ended up starting the podcast. I know it's a little late, and okay, I'll just like edit it so you'll be at this part. But the
entire time.
I was if you want.
Dave, give us some laugh sound bits. That way we can just splice you in.
yeah. Just like have him laugh, dude. Yes. Oh my god.
Ha ha ha. Fake is all hell.
Oh, shut the fuck up real quick, Dave. Give it to me.
I can't laugh on command. Damn it.
Ooh. Got it. There you go. All right, I'm gonna
play it at different pitches.
Yeah, I'm gonna. No, I was planning on just like if anybody catches it, they'll just hear Dave laughing at like a part that maybe might be too inappropriate. Like it might be kind of inappropriate, and we never address it. We hear his laughter until later.
Put his laughter after Chihuahuas are assholes.
Oh, here comes the Chihuahua crowd. All right. But yeah, Dave, I was actually going to talk about my sister's birthday party last night. I was in the
Nice.
process of talking about that, and I was telling Josh that I think the only best way to tell the story is to start from the beginning of the day.
Do the whole Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Well, at least it was your sister's birthday, because when you cancel with Hanford, spoilers, I guess, I was like, oh shit, I hope nothing bad happens. So I made a joke just to kind of like lighten the mood. But I was like, yeah, I hope everything's okay.
Oh yeah, no, everything's good. No,
Okay, good.
Say something.
Oh, just in the our message thing, I was just like, oh, it's been cold, so everyone's garage doors are popping off.
Oh yeah, no, dude, that was fucking hilarious. No, dude, no.
I totally forgot about that until
Yeah.
Dave said something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was just I felt bad for Hanford because like the thing is like I was asking Josh because like we haven't had a chance to play games with Hanford, hang out with him. I was like and I know Hanford
busy.
wants to talk horror movies with us, so or
Yeah.
at least with Josh. So I was like, oh, that would be awesome. We could do it Saturday, but then you mind if I mean like we just talked about it in the pod, but Josh's sister was visiting in all day, so
Nice.
surprise, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like a spur of the moment. Like she's like, "Hey, I have tomorrow off. Like I don't have to do anything."
But so yeah, I was telling the story of I'll just start.
Yeah.
I'll just start so that way at the point where it'll make sense for Dave. But so Emmanuel said that he couldn't stream Monster Hunter World with me yesterday because he played Pal World until 7:00 in the morning, and I downloaded and streamed the game yesterday. Obviously, like you jumped in a couple of times, and I bought it and streamed it yesterday just to see like what the big deal was for it. And I was kind of in the middle of talking to Josh about what I thought about the game, and that's when you jumped in.
Okay.
But so far where I ended up was like it was weird that the guns look weird, like it looks realistic, and I was saying like it would be better if like. Or at least I would like it, or I think I would accept it more if it was like Borderlands guns instead of like fucking Call of Duty guns.
Yeah, or something that just matches the direction of the world. Like you can't have fluffy marshmallow-looking monsters and then terrorist fucking weapons.
I am hoping, since it is early access, that they eventually like make their own guns.
Yeah,
their own design.
But I do But other than that, I actually, other than the look of it, I do love the premise of it. Like, if we could play Valheim with Pokemon that helps us build and like clear out the resources at our base, fuck yes, that sounds awesome.
Cool.
So that's how I was describing it yesterday, because I think Scott jumped in too. I was like, dude, Scott, this is like Valheim but with Pokemon, and like. What really excited me about it is like as I was playing it, I'm like, I really like, okay, I get the basis of the game, but I forgot that these fucking Pokemon, they're gonna evolve and do others. Like I don't know what they're gonna evolve to. This is gonna be cool. Like I was kind of like excited to see like what the next stage is. I haven't gone into like actual Pokemon battles yet, so I don't know. Like I don't have any like I never got into a fight where it's like, oh, this element's better than that element, that type of thing.
Sure.
But that is going to be something later.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm just beating things with a baseball bat and capturing them. So
the Pikachu equivalent, like that big, like it almost looks like Electabuzz and Pikachu together.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I'm like, he needs a cigar.
It's
Just that big ass gun and a cigar.
Oh yeah, the bunny with it reminds me of that Digimon.
Yeah.
Whatever that bunny from the second season.
The Gatling gun arms.
Yeah. That's what he reminds me of. Great. I can't even. Great Gunmon! Like. Rattling Gatling! I don't know. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But anyway, so I was playing the game. I was having a lot of fun with the game. And at one point I mentioned that later on the day I'm going to Chicago, and my sister is having a PowerPoint presentation party. Have you heard of this? Never fucking heard of it before. Right? Yes. Okay. So usually a PowerPoint presentation party is that you and your friends set up a PowerPoint
Hold on,
presentation.
we said PowerPoint too many times after you yawn. Sorry.
All right. So
Forgot how boring they were.
yeah, no, they're like, it's such a weird premise, but
Yeah.
like usually with those parties, you make a PowerPoint presentation and you present it to everybody. And then you kind of like have to get everybody, like, I don't know, votes or whatever, and who has the best PowerPoint or whatever.
Yeah. Was it just a bunch of 7th graders at this party?
No.
Oh, okay.
But my sister put a twist on it. She said, okay, I want everybody to set up a PowerPoint presentation. I want them to email it to me. And then I'm going to pick a name out of the jar. And whoever's PowerPoint, so like we'll go down the list. And whoever's PowerPoint is up on the screen, you'll be the one manning the computer, the slides, while somebody else presents it for you. So, like, the person who's presenting has no idea what the fuck they're presenting. Pretty much, that's the premise of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they have to, like, pretty much, like, improv their way through it, right? So everybody, like the premise was kind of, like, everybody did it. There was, like, 20, she was emailed 20 PowerPoint presentations. So,
holy
like,
shit. Okay.
everybody was down for this. Everybody, like...
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah, they're like, whatever. Like, they were down to do this. But then when she mentioned that people it had to be random, everyone's like, wait, what? We've never done that before. And she's like, I don't know. That sounds funny. Let's try it. So, like, we start going through it, and...
There's actually a game in one of the Jackboxes that is kind of like this. I can't remember which number it is.
Was it you who said that? Someone did say that in the stream yesterday. I think it was
me.
Maybe it was Scott.
I just played a couple funny noises because I was still at work and then left.
Okay. No, but I was just saying, like, someone did mention yesterday that, like the Jackbox game. And I was like, I don't know. I haven't played it. I don't think I have played it. So anyway, the way that I ended up doing it is like, I didn't set up a PowerPoint, but I had Megan make one. And I told Vanessa, I'll just present Megan's. I don't know what it is, but Megan tailored hers for me to present it. Is that okay? She's like, that's fine. So she kind of like was making the rules up as we were going.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, if I pull your name, you can say, oh my, Jesus Christ, hold on. So like, she had a bowl for everyone and like paper so everybody could put their names in. But then when everyone was writing their name, she's like, no, you can actually write whoever's name on there. And I'm like, what? Vanessa, what? Why would you do that? She's like, I don't know. Just do it. I was like, all right, fine.
Pulling the name?
I don't know. So I was like, all right, I want a manual to go 4 times. So
just write his name 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, apparently I can do that, but not everybody. Nobody did that. But thankfully, from that chaos, it still ended up being like a smooth party, smooth, like it didn't. There wasn't like a crazy hiccup where we just like threw everything in the air and just like, fuck it, let's just do whatever. Vanessa made up a rule. She's like, okay, if I pull your name, you can decide whether or not you want to do it or not, or whoever made the PowerPoint, they can assign somebody. And everyone's like, that's fine. Like, whatever. Let's just do it. Like, let's just make it so that everybody gets a good, like, whoever really wants their PowerPoint to be presented, they go, and whoever really wants to present, they also go. So it wasn't like you're really like forcing them to play. If they decide they really don't want to do it, then they can just stop it. Or if the presentation kind of sucks, which one of them kind of did, like, everybody was super supportive and we wanted to see the next slide, like everybody was like, yeah, next slide. It's like, ooh, what's that? So what's that mean? Or like, ooh, so when was that created? That kind of thing. And so, it was kind of, we were showing support while also having fun. And it was a lot of fun to like kind of point out some of the bullshit stuff and some people, whatever. Anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little ahead of myself because I don't want to get to that part yet.
Okay.
My sister set up the party to be. You're already laughing. I haven't said anything yet.
Just that sigh and my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, by
Were
the way,
they all in cahoots?
Yeah, I was also going to ask you, Dave. Do you have the Discord thing up so you can see our cameras?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So my sister, God bless her, but she set up the party for 8 o'clock to start at 8 o'clock.
At night?
Yes, exactly. That's what I said. I was like, dude, 8:00 in Chicago. I like pulled her aside. I was like, Vanessa, why is this party so fucking late? She's like, what time do you want it to start? I was like, I don't know. Like,
not when crackheads have their parties.
Yeah. I'm like
8 in the morning because it'll be 8:00 at night by the time we get done.
I was like 5, 6. Like that's a reasonable time when people get off work. Like I know it's a Saturday. He's like, she's like, I can't remember the reason, but he's like, oh, I think some people like a lot of her friends, their schedule, like that's when they were available. I was like, all right, whatever.
Okay.
We get there at 8. There's no food. There's no food out,
man.
And one of Vanessa's friends, his name is Jordan, was just setting up those cheese balls from like Texas Day Brazil, like those little cheese ball things.
Yep.
He was cooking them. He was just cooking them. Like he was just taking them out of the package. They were still frozen, and he was just.
I would be inhaling them as he finished them.
So there was no food, no drinks. There is nothing out.
Weird side thing.
Yes.
My work has like snacks for guests, but the employees steal them all the time. And I stole these, like, I guess they're supposed to be like Valentine's Day Cheetos, but they were like a weird mix of like the regular Cheetos and the Puffs. They were the best fucking things ever I had.
That sounds awesome.
They're called asteroids, and they're like really tiny.
Asteroids.
Yeah, they were really tiny, but they were like not quite the Puffs, but not quite the regular ones. It was really good.
They're Cheetos, though, right?
Yeah,
like
Cheetos.
They're not some like off-brand.
No, they're straight up Cheetos. They're just in a really like tiny bag because I think they're supposed to go for like.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah, post those, please. I need to try. I'm gonna tell Megan to pick up
Flamin' Hot asteroids.
Dude.
Oh, there's Flamin' Hots
They
too.
had regular ones. That sounds great.
Dude, please, yes.
Like you just said, cheese puffs. Now reminded me, like, hey,
sorry guys, I gotta go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway,
okay, cool.
So no food, no drink, sitting out. Fucking, I'm like, Vanessa. I like looked. I was like, Vanessa, what the fuck? I'm hungry. Like it's 8:00. It's like I haven't eaten dinner yet. She's like, she like came up to her. She's like, what did you bring? Polly, I went to the city. I went with Polly and Sarah.
Yeah,
because Megan couldn't make it.
Yeah,
and I went with Polly and Sarah. They didn't bring anything. I didn't bring anything because I'm like. I was kind of having a bum day yesterday too, or the whole day too. So I was really just like I was taking a nap and I was just like kind of waiting out until I had to leave for the party.
Yeah.
And so I was like, sorry, but I didn't bring anything. Like, oh, it's okay. I was like, did you bring anything? and she's like, no. She like opened her fridge and there was nothing in there.
Carton of milk.
Mustard.
Yeah, she's like, she goes, does anyone want anything to drink? And she had like 5 cans of ginger ale, and that was it. I'm like, yes, give me some ginger ale, god damn it. And so like I take the ginger ale and like we're drinking it, and like people were like, oh, where'd you guys get the ginger ale? I was like, good fucking luck. Like there's nothing, dude. Like Vanessa, Vanessa ended up telling me later that like 2 was gonna go out and get like a dozen pizzas for everybody or something like 8 pizzas. I was like, okay, that's cool. But I told her, I was like, you know your party said that it was starting at 8, right? She's like, yeah, I know, but 2 was she was pointing at like the TV stand. She's like, 2 spent the whole day setting this up. And I said, cool, can we eat that? and I'm like, I'll take a spoon and fork and I'll fucking eat that. But yeah, so she was saying that a lot of her friends, they were going to bring stuff, which is fine. They're going to bring drinks. They were going to bring drinks. They were going to bring food. It's fine. Like some people came in, they brought.
Were they going to bring her groceries so she can survive the rest
Jesus
of the week?
Christ! And I made that same joke. I was like, Vanessa, at the next party, do you want us to buy your groceries for you? And she's like, I was like, why did you? But like, I also like I kind of snapped. Like I was really poking fun at her for like at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then I forgot they're getting married this year. So like, okay, I'll give you a pass at this. Like, that's fine. Like, get your friends to feed us. So somebody came in, they brought in like chicken wings and some fried rice and some orange chicken. It looked like leftovers. They brought in a bunch of leftovers. They brought in some chicken wings, and someone brought in like
black baggies.
Someone brought in
I
like.
will say, because from being from parties and everything, like in the suburbs and in Chicago, That's the best thing about being from Southern Illinois is if you go to a thing, there will be fucking food. There will
Absolutely.
be
Yeah.
so much
Yep.
food they
Oh,
will send
yeah.
you home with food.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Yeah. Dude, that's like, I don't even know if that's a Southern thing. Maybe it might be a city thing that like they don't have the food at parties, but like it's definitely a Filipino thing. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm definitely going to cut this part out. I'm gonna. All right, Tim, cut this part out at the 37 minute mark. All right. Sarah did the same fucking thing at her
Okay.
birthday party last year,
Okay.
where it was like bring your own food, and I'm like, dude, how are you having a party with no food? And the only food that they had were like Eggos, and you had to make the Eggos yourself, and then that was it. And
I would bring enough food for just me if I had to go to a party where I had to bring food.
fucking Nathan came by to that party with like
Yeah.
4 boxes of pizza at the time because he still worked at Papa John's. And
Yeah.
then he hung out with us, and people were like, "Why is the pizza guy fucking in your house?" Like, he was still wearing the uniform and everything. And I'm like, dude, everybody was like, "Who is this fucking guy?" Like, he's
Yes.
eating the food. Like, he's eating the pizza. Is he allowed to do this?
Oh my god,
We-
that's awesome.
We've invited pizza guys in at parties and fucking like, here, have a shot before you leave. This was
Yeah.
the
Oh my
worst idea.
god.
Nice.
After they left, I was like, that probably was a terrible idea. And everyone's like, okay, well, we're gonna eat pizza now. I'm like, okay.
All right, so so we get food in. We're pretty good. We're also smoking. We're smoking fucking
Yep.
like Vanessa's packing joints, and we're smoking them like while we're there, and
Yep.
like we're all having a good time. And I was Paulie didn't smoke, but I was just like, if Emmanuel comes by, if he comes to this party and he smokes, I cannot wait for you to see. I cannot wait for you to experience Hi Emmanuel. And he's like, ooh. And he's like, oh, this is gonna be good. And Emmanuel
Yeah.
ended up showing up, thankfully.
Cool.
Like Emmanuel shows up with Izzy, his girlfriend, and you know, we're everybody's socializing, we're smoking, we're drinking. And, like, someone brings in like jungle juice, and
Ooh.
like it is like you cannot taste the alcohol in this.
Yeah.
But you feel it. But thankfully though, I don't know
That's
what
the way I make drinks too.
yeah, you can't taste it, but like you can feel it. Like,
Okay.
but then like there are people make jungle juice where like you drink it and you don't feel it until later. This one, thankfully, is like once you're halfway through the cup, you know, you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
And so we haven't started the presentations yet, and Paulie and I are like, I'm like
Downing
drinking.
them?
Yeah, I'm downing them, and by the time I'm
Yeah.
done, I'm just like, dude, this thing is. I was like, dude, you got to be careful, Paulie, because like Paulie is
Yep.
notoriously a lightweight.
Yep.
And so I told Paulie, I like tapped him on the leg. I was like, Paulie, only one. You can only have one, dude. This is way too strong.
He turns around, he's holding 3 empty ones.
He's like, he has like the lampshade already on his head, and he's like nodding. He's like, I got you. He was like, no, you had too much. No, but so I was like, Paul, you can only have one. These are really strong. And then Paulie goes, that's a fucking shame, because this is the only refreshing thing that Vanessa has in her fucking house. And I fucking started dying laughing at that comment. I was like, that's such a great observation. I was also super high, so like I was giggling at everything, but like that one really got me. Oh, I have to talk about Jordan though. So this is apparently this Jordan guy. Vanessa knew this kid since fucking middle school, high school. You know?
Sure, yeah.
And she even brought up the fact, like, I've known him, like, you're almost 18 years. I've known you for 18 years. I go, damn, that's a while. And then I go, fuck, wait, I think I've known Josh and Dave for 18 years now.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, god damn time. You fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this Jordan character, all right, he was the only other person at the house by the time we got there. So we were the only early ones there. Well, one of the only other early ones. I introduced myself to Jordan, and Vanessa goes, he's like, hey, Timmy, that's Jordan. He's been at the house so many times. I go, oh, man, dude, it's nice. I was like, it's good to see you again. He's like, no, you remember him, right? She was pretty much trying to get me to say, you remember him. I was like, Vanessa, I don't. There's so many people coming into the house, let alone Filipino dudes. I don't. They kind of meld together. I don't like unless I even talk to him. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Jordan was like dressed up like he had like the hat on where it was like puffed up at the top, and he has like the Asian ponytail. He had like a scraggly like beard, and he had like a big old fucking coat on, and I think he had like boots in the kitchen, right?
Okay. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But he was just like so I was talking to him, and I don't like he immediately reminded me of a buddy that I used to work with in Peoria, where like he doesn't seem like a funny person, but he's a fucking low key, he will destroy your lungs type of guy.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I think Jordan's cool. Like, so we were sitting on the couch and I was talking to Jordan. I was like, Jordan, I'm sorry, man. I don't remember you. I don't recognize you. Show me some other pictures of you, like when you were younger. Like maybe you just look different, and I don't recognize you. And he's flipping through Facebook, and he finds a bunch of pictures. I look at him. I'm like, okay, I kind of remember you. Yeah, I remember. You don't look anything. You don't look anything like you do like in this. And so yeah, okay. Sorry, I forgot about you. And also like, you guys were like the goody two-shoe Asians. Like you made sure that no one did anything bad because everybody knew each other's moms, and they would just tell on you. Like everyone, like the moms, everyone's mom would pressure you to break, and once you broke, all the other moms knew. So don't.
Oh man,
you guys never did. You guys never did anything bad. He goes, yeah, that is true. As the party was going on, more people started.
Some meth.
Yeah. so he was smoking with us too. So he was cool. As the party was going on, instead of asking my sister, like more people are coming in, right? And the more people are coming in, the hotter the apartment's getting. And instead of asking my sister to turn down the heat, I like look over. Okay, hats off. I go over to bar. I look over. All right, jacket's off. I'm hanging out. I look over. Okay, the shoes are off, and his socks are halfway off. Like his socks were halfway off. Like it was just covering his toes. I'm like, okay. I like look over, and like I was like, Jordan, dude, you have no. You're like in your pajamas now. What the fuck? And he's like, it's hot. It's hot. I'm like, dude, just ask her to turn down the heat. She goes, she's like, there's windows. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Vanessa. So like Jordan goes over to the window and opens one of them, immediately starts feeling better. But it was funny, like looking over at Jordan and just seeing him like in his pajamas. Like I saw him with a coat and hat and a scarf and everything, and now he's in his pajamas, just like, whoo! I'm just like, whoo! Oh Lord, it's hot. And so like I'm sitting there like fanning. I'm trying to like fan him just because like I knew he was getting hot. So so like everything that Jordan was doing, I was just like cracking up because like you'd be making like these comments. He's just like, good one. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? But anyway, so Jordan was like cracking me up. So now we're getting to the PowerPoint presentations. Emmanuel's all smoked up. I'm smoked up. We're all like, everybody's having a good time. We all have food in us. The first presentation was one of Vanessa's friends. It was her PowerPoint, and one of her friends was the one presenting. And he was kind of comfortable with it, but not really. Like he seemed like, okay, I don't know. He's like, I'm the first one. Let's see how this goes. Like the presentation, they killed it. Like the guy, the like Ella. Fucking like her sense of humor is just like mine, just like ours. Like Ella is fucking hilarious. I actually want to hang out with Ella some more because she was her presentation was it was called Got Milk.
Okay. That kind of answers the question I was going to ask. Was there like a theme, or is it just like you pick a subject and then make a PowerPoint?
Yes, it's the second part. Yes. Okay. So you make up you make up whatever you want, and you make a PowerPoint presentation about it. So I said, okay. And Ella, like the thing was, it was Got Milk, and it said Got Milk, and then the slogan on the bottom was like, got problems, got milk, got money. And it's like, got money, like instead of a question, it was like thumbs up, like got money. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
I get it.
And so like the next slide was like, the percentage of people in the world who are lactose intolerant, and like 100% of us of the Middle East is lactose intolerant. And like, is that true? Like it was like 100%. It's like red, and for some reason the Middle East was like blood red. I was like, no one there can drink milk. Is that what you're saying, Ella? She's like, yeah, that's what I found. I was like, that's bullshit. And then there was areas on the world that had no data. Like, they don't know. I was like, what? They don't drink milk? So she's like, okay, so
cows are sacred in some religions, but that's the only thing I can think of.
No, but it was she was talking about the enzyme like in your stomach that as you get older you can't digest dairy sugar or something, and so that's why like you become lactose intolerant or you like shit or throw up and shit like that. That's what that slide that's what the slide was supposed to be explaining. And so I was like, wait, so they still can't drink milk? Okay, whatever. Like even as kids, like they just can't drink milk. But so the next slide was like, okay, they're like, I can't remember like the way Jeremy was like explaining the slides is pretty much like, there's a market out there that as long as if you can drink milk, you can, or if you can produce milk, you can make money. And so like, as long as you're from the same species, you can drink the milk. And so it showed like the mom with the baby and then the cow to a baby cow. And then it showed a police officer drinking from a cow's like on the ground, like on his back, and he's like drinking it. And it was the same illustration. I don't know if you remember where it's like, it was that one where like what like the do's and don'ts with the baby. And it was the same like artist where it's like, do play with your baby, like playing with their hands.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, don't play chess. And he's just like it's like that kind of that kind of cartoon.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like that. And then like at the very end is like, so it just the last slide I believe was just like Obama with like huge muscles and huge tits, like with the bikini, like a bikini on, and it's like, and then like she pressed the next slide. Is like, yes, we can. Like, dude, I was dying. Like, I was like, okay, this is way too funny. Like, I don't know how, and that was the end of it. I was like, I don't know how anybody can follow that up. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go next. I was like, I don't know how anybody can make that funny. I'll go. Or how can anyone top that off? I'll go next. Yeah. So I did Megan's presentation, which was she titled. I sent it to Vanessa, and Megan titled the email and the presentation "World War II planes." I was like, cool. And so I gave it to Vanessa, and like Paulie saw it. I was like, oh, cool. We're gonna learn about World War II planes. She opens it. About it. But nope. First thing you see is Mothman. I'm like, God damn it.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep.
So I had to give a presentation about the Mothman. The Mothman like prophecy. I think that's what it's called. Yep. The Mothman prophecy.
Yep.
I told Megan though, like afterwards,
Josh knows more about Mothman than me.
Huh?
I'm fluent.
Josh knows more about Mothman than me.
Yep.
So I told Megan that I actually saw the documentary like later on. I told her, I was like, oh, maybe you should have done it about World War II planes because I actually know a little bit about the Mothman. And she's, oh, I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, sorry. And so I was going through the presentation and like I actually I actually acted as if it was like a TED Talk. So I kept like walking back and forth and asking people questions like, so what do you think? It's like, and like somebody, and like, you know, someone was like, is Mothman the same as Batman? I was like, no, absolutely not. I was like, Batman's a good guy. I was like, that's it. And like for some reason,
you should have been like, no, but there is some ties to the Mothman being Bruce Wayne.
Ooh. But yeah, there is a theory.
The Mothman a mailman?
Yeah, the Mothman mailman. I completely forgot to say that. I was like trying to remember what the thing was, and I wish Megan put that book cover on the front, but she didn't. But anyway, so I was going through the presentation, and like I was going through it like a TED Talk, where I was just like, all right, you know, the first slide for some reason showed Mothman with like fucking like cut 10 pack abs, like the statue. I was like, so this is the characteristics of the Mothman every time you see them: wings, red eyes, yoked as fuck. Yeah. and so like I was saying, like anytime anyone saw an image of the Mothman, that's as if you saw the red eyes, the flapping of the wings, and just ripped abs, you knew that something bad was going to happen.
Yep.
And so like I was going through the presentation like with the TED Talk, and I even came into the thing. I'm just like, woo, like, let's go, Mothman. So that was my presentation.
I would have done it so serious, like super serious. Like, definitely.
Oh yeah, no, I was doing it serious, like in the sense that like I wasn't like making fun of it too much. Every time I was gonna laugh, I was trying to stifle it. So like, it was like an actual presentation, like I said, like a TED Talk.
Yeah.
Some other presentations of note was like someone made like a legit presentation of like different dance styles of like salsa. So, like there is waltz and I can't remember. Like I just know salsa was one of the dances, and so his presentation was like a copy and paste of what each. He's like, here's this dance, and he copy and paste what the dance was, and then a fucking 3-minute video example of all of those dances. And like for some reason, every dance had I don't know if it had every dance had it, but it was funny that like at least 2 of them had like this kind of dance and sensual version of that dance.
Yeah.
And so he would show both videos, and you know the dancing was really good, and thankfully he didn't show the whole video. He would show like clips of it,
snippets.
Yeah. And so I was like Ella was like, man, I wish I learned the basic version instead of the sexual version. And then like every dance after that, I was like, dude, I looked at Ella, I was like, God damn it, we keep learning the sexual version of this instead of the basic one. And so like I was like, what about tap dancing? Is there a regular tap dancing? I keep learning the sexual tap dancing. And so like we were kind of like making jokes while also like hyping the guy up, like showing support for the presentation. So like people would, you know, make jokes or like laugh at certain parts of it. Like he kept showing like YouTube videos, and I'm just like, I don't mind looking at the YouTube videos, but dude, it's 3 minutes long. Could you please next? He's like, okay. Another presentation of note was Izzy's fucking hilarious one. She was like, her presentation was called like the element of surprise, and she was just like, he's like, here are the elements of surprise, and it was like a GIF. It's like fire.
Yep.
And then the next one is like, it was like
earth.
No, it was like, yeah, she like did the earthbending move, and then it was in green letters like fire, and then like and then the water came in, and then in blue letters fire, and then like, and then the airbender is like, I bet you can't guess, and then in white letters fire. Son of a bitch. All right, main presentation. All right, we're at the best part. All right, this is Emmanuel's PowerPoint, and Jordan and one of Vanessa's other friends is presenting it. All right, so now Jordan, he didn't stand where the presenters are standing. He just stood up from where he was sitting from the couch, and it was right in front of me. I was like, God damn it, dude, Jordan, go stand over there. Anyway, he didn't move. So the presentation started, and Emmanuel's subject was about jazz. He's like, it's just a jazz in the front. And by the way, there's no background to this. It's just white with letters on it. All right. So it's just jazz. All right. And so, yeah. And so the woman goes, we're going to be talking about jazz today. And we're talking about the music, the history, everything about jazz today. And I hope you guys enjoy this presentation as we go through the history of jazz. And then Jordan goes, and I'm Jordan. I'm like, oh, no, I got to stand up. Like, I immediately started laughing. Like, nope, got to stand up. I can't stand here. So I went over to the window where Jordan was like airing himself out, because I was already laughing super hard from this.
Yeah.
And so like eventually Jordan walks over to the side to present.
Yeah.
And so like, oh my God. It was just like Emmanuel put, I don't know if you remember this, but I took a photo of all 4 of my siblings making like really stupid faces, and Emmanuel put every single one of those in this presentation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so like it was like, let's talk about jazz. Jazz is good. Jazz is really good. Now you talk about jazz. And like, are you talking about jazz yet? And like every time he would put our photo up there and like have a word bubble with what we're saying, and like fucking, I can't remember what my guy was saying or Vanessa's guys was saying, but it got to a manual side and it was like, jazz is good. So good. Like, and then the all the way off of the word bubble. Real good. Goop. God. And then it's like on the bottom of the word bubble, go. Go. And like this is the word G, this is the letter G. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like I was already like dying laughing. And like at one point he just goes, he's like, all right, now you down there start talking about jazz. And like the two presenters like, down there, why are you saying down there? And like the next slide was literally a picture of Emmanuel's face, like huge, like his face was like this big, like by the way,
looking down.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Vanessa and 2 have like this huge fucking projector that they posted onto the wall. So Emmanuel's face was like covering the entire wall. And he took pictures with his phone so that way, like when he pressed the slide, his eyes would dart back, like left to right, to like look at the two presenters. Like, dude, how did you plan this? He's like, you down there, talk about jazz, like.
Holy shit.
So like I'm already on the ground laughing. I look over, Vanessa's fucking on the ground too, slapping the ground. Emmanuel, Emmanuel's also like, he can't stand up. He's already laughing. He's not even pressing the buttons anymore. And like everything else from there, like it was, he's like, did I tell you to stop talking about jazz? And then at one point he's like, now while you're talking, sway left to right. He's like God to the presenters. He's like, and it just kept going. He's like, are you still swaying? Did I tell you to stop?
Oh my God.
And then the last half. Oh, his fucking PowerPoint was 50 fucking slides.
Jesus.
49 slides. Yeah. It was 49 slides. And then the last half of it was just like it was like a lot of loving pictures of like my sister and all of us together and 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was just like happy birthday to my Auntie Vanessa, you know, like and he's like, I'm proud of you, love you, you know, and then showed all these nice photos and like a lot of memories too. Like with photos of him like young and like
Holy
us messing
shit.
with him. Yeah. And then
he punched you in the face for saying you're going to delete his Minecraft.
No, the motherfucker also, he's like, hey, remember this? And he posted, like, he didn't post like actual pictures of it, but he like posted like a car getting into a car accident. Like, dude, Emmanuel, that's a little too much. He's like, yeah, but like I kind of get it. It's like, you know, it was kind of like an event that we all experienced, but I was like, yeah, but not a traumatic event, Emmanuel. Come on. He's like, yeah, and but
holy shit.
But like it was, I wasn't getting it, but it's like he posted a picture of a car, like with like a fender bender, and then like the ambulance, and then like an old black dude getting wheeled, like they're like applauding him, like people are standing against the wall, they're applauding him as he's like leaving the hospital, I guess. I'm like, I mean, what is this? What the fuck? Oh yeah, that was yeah, that was pretty much the party, unless I'm forgetting a lot of other things. Like, oh my God, it was like a perfect recipe of just like just things getting really funny to just, oh my God, like Jordan being the way he is, the people who were there, like the presentation of Emmanuel's, oh my God, like Sarah did a presentation, oh my God, Sarah did a presentation which was really good about Animal Crossing, like the new Animal Crossing game.
Yeah,
like that was pretty good, but like Paulie had to present it, and then Paulie made a presentation of the mythic raid Rock in the no, when I said he did a presentation, he went through the entire fucking fight of Mythic Farrakh. Yes, it was so many slides. He had graphs on what the DPS, the tanks, what they should be doing. I'm like, Paulie, this is way too much, dude. What if if anybody else got this presentation besides Emmanuel, they wouldn't know what the fuck to talk about. And so like Paulie was just like skipping through it, and then like at the end of it, he's just like, "Does anybody want to play with me?"
I thought it's gonna end with like our guild is taking.
Yup. I was like, "Is this a recruitment presentation?" That's what people were saying. Oh, but it was so funny. How's your timing, Josh? Do you have to do something like?
I mean, I do, but I can go over a little bit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I had to tell you about that,
shit.
dude. Yeah, I had to tell you about that. Like, as soon as I got it, I was like, dude, I hope we're recording a pod. I'm going to talk. I just want to talk about that party. that was so fucking funny, and the events, and like my sister not having food, nothing to drink. We were running out of plates. Like they had to start. Like 2 came in with all the pizza boxes, and people were tearing the top of the boxes so they could use that as plates.
Wow.
I've been at my work all the time.
I was like, Vanessa, come on! Like at least paper plates. You didn't get paper plates. Oh, it was just like such a funny like. I don't know. I was just like more so like teasing her instead of like, why are you like, this is the wrong way of doing it. I was just like,
yeah,
it's funny. Like what?
Yeah,
because like it was kind of like, what are we gonna do? Like, what we're gonna leave? No, let's just relax.
Yeah.
How have you been, Dave?
Want
to get an update from Dave?
I haven't tested today, but my screen tablet might be useless now, so I might have to buy a new one.
Oh shit.
Which sucks, but other than that, I'm good. I am curious, if we did this, what would your guys' subject be for your presentation?
Yeah, like
I can't tell. I can't tell you. I'm not going to tell you. But
I had a few thoughts.
Your second one, then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to say something. I will say this though. As we were leaving, like as Paulie was driving us home, we were all saying like, because like this is the first time we did this. I'm like, this is kind of stupid. Then like as we were driving home, Sarah and Paulie were like, I kind of can't wait to do this again. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was pretty
It's
fun.
a cool premise. I really like it.
Yeah.
This honestly sounds like the thing my mom would somehow hear about and then want to do, but then she would take it like really serious while no one is. So it wouldn't be fun for her.
Yep. Sounds like my mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, like presentation wise, I mean, I would love to pick a subject that I know nothing about and try to talk about it, but
yeah.
Or I might just fuck with the person, like depending if it was like a birthday,
yeah.
I might do what Emmanuel did, just like fuck with the person. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was honestly like like for the last like 2 weeks, I've not been in the mood to do anything extra other than like this stream and like my homework, my fucking homework.
I love how Megan did exactly what I would do with this. Yeah, because like she named it completely different. I would even throw up a title card that had nothing to do with what's about to happen after.
Yeah,
like I think she should have totally made the World War II planes like title card.
Paulie was like, I actually would have loved to see a presentation about World War II planes. That would have been cool. Yeah. And like Megan knows so much about World War II planes. She actually does. She her and her grandpa used to model
that's
World
awesome.
War II planes.
I wanted to get into modeling, just never did.
Yeah, that was one of like she ended up like loving World War II planes just because she used to do it with her grandpa, and her grandpa would tell her about it, and she still has like she still has them like laying around.
Nice.
I keep telling her, I was like, let's hang them up, like let's just get some string and hang them up. And she's like, "Oh, it's gonna be
a big old shelf or something."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, they're sitting on it. They're just like sitting on a shelf, but like, I'd like to see them hanging off the ceiling or something. We have
My older sister for Halloween, she hung a bunch of candles around, like from the ceiling, for like Harry Potter theme she was doing. It lasted like a day because my brother-in-law was like, "Okay, these are in the way." Because I'm like 2 feet taller than you. My presentation, I have two that I'd either pick a really bad movie and then just like splice everyone's pictures into it in places.
Yeah.
Or more likely one is why Kuwabara is the best character in Yu Yu Hakusho, but Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force is the one presenting it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I honestly, like, it was a really fun premise, but I don't know if it would have been if I honestly don't know if it would have been as funny if my siblings weren't there.
Yep.
Like,
that's something you have to make sure that
all four of us have to be there.
Completely on board with humor.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they were saying, like, at the end of it, you know, for the shit that I was laughing really hard at Paulie's presentation because, like, I'm like, why do you have such a thorough presentation of this fucking fight that no one fucking cares about? And also in his presentation, he was citing the YouTube video of what he was like how to actually like word everything, and then in the middle of that presentation he goes, oh shit, like you see the next slide, he's like, oh shit, that was only for phase 1, I had to look up another video for phase 2 and 3. Hold on. And it's like, and then he shows like the next video, he's like, I have to watch another video, god damn it, hold on.
Oh man.
Oh shit, I just had another idea.
But hold on. So I was saying, like, I was laughing at that because I thought it was silly. But like Jordan, like he turned around, he's like, I feel like this is just like a big inside joke. I was like, not really. It's more so like Paulie took this game way too seriously. And he's like, and he's going too much detail into it. And he goes, did you play it? I was like, no, I fucking hate this game. I fucking hate that game. But I'm laughing really hard because, like, I understand, like, the premise of the whole, like, here's a very detailed thing about a game that I fucking love. Please play it with me.
Yes.
And then for me, it's just like, no, I don't care. I think that was, like, where I was like, that's where I was finding it to be so funny.
So the person presenting didn't control when the next slide happened?
No.
Okay. So that was all E-Man?
Yeah, so Emmanuel was that's how Vanessa was making her rules. Whoever made the PowerPoint presentation was the one that was behind pressing the buttons. So in my presentation, since Megan wasn't there, I would run through, I'd do the TED Talk, I'd walk back and forth, and I'd just go, next slide! And, like, I wouldn't even look at her, I'm like, next slide!
Okay.
He's like, and this one, obviously, like, I was even saying what the whole what the next slide was going to be. Is like, and the next one is going to be sightings of it. And he goes to is like, never mind, we're talking about festivals of the Mothman.
There is it's not a show that's on Polygon anymore, but it's a show on Polygon I used to regularly watch on YouTube, where he's at PAX, I believe, and he did a PowerPoint presentation of making a better Pokemon rap.
Oh yeah, dude, yes.
It's so good.
Yes. Wasn't it including every Pokemon too? Like, it wasn't like the raps didn't section off per generation.
Yeah. No, he just like put them all in there.
Cool.
Did a lot of mumble rap and like easy flow stuff, but it ended up being a really good or pretty good Pokemon rap, but the presentation itself is really fucking funny.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Yeah, I remember that too. That's awesome. That was really good. And he's like, here are a bunch of ones that I couldn't figure out how to rhyme. And he just like...
Everyone in the crowd say those.
Yeah, just say them.
So they're technically in the song.
But yeah, that presentation party was like, I was actually surprised that it was as funny as it was, or at least like I was finding it funny. But some people, like the dance one, I was feeling bad because for one thing, the presenters were kind of quiet, and then the guy really wanted to show like examples of the dancing. I was like, why didn't you just put pictures? Why did you have to put YouTube videos? And he had like 5 dances, so he had 5 dances and then 2 examples of each of those dances. So by the time we were watching like 10 fucking YouTube videos, and like,
Jesus.
Live by the commercial rules on TV. Like, if it's over a minute, people lose interest.
Yeah. And what was funny is that like mine was a little bit over a minute, but like Emmanuel's was 50 slides, but his was the fastest. He was the fastest of everybody else's PowerPoints. Well, that's because he just kept fucking pressing next. Like, yeah, he's like looking back and forth. Oh my god, I was fucking dying, man. Like, I was telling Paulie and Sarah this too. It's like I was trying to like stifle my laughter too. I was trying to sit in the back of the room, and like Vanessa and I were just like laughing like together. And so like I was trying not to be as loud because like when I belly laugh, I go ha, like I laugh really hard. And like I didn't want to take attention away from it. So I was trying to be in the back, and I was trying to just like pace myself. Fucking every time Emmanuel pressed next, I'm just like, God damn it! Like I was like, Emmanuel's making this so difficult.
My mom's the same way. You have that laugh that just it's infectious, and you'll laugh harder just because you're laughing.
Yes, and the thing is that Josh, you and Josh have the same effect to me too. Like if I hear you guys laughing, I will laugh too. So like it's just this fucking vicious cycle of just hearing each other laugh and just like making each other laugh harder and harder. If you include my siblings into that, holy fuck. And that we're high and we're laughing, dude. That Halloween party, I can't wait for that again. Like, I can't wait to gather everybody up again.
Yeah, that was great.
To get high and just like sit around and laugh until 2:00 in the morning. We didn't even have alcohol. Like, I don't think I remember there being a lot of. I don't know if maybe I bought a case or some shit like that. But like I just know that there was a lot of smoke going around, and Emmanuel. Oh! I also at one point like. Like, I'm like, oh, Paulie, I can't wait for you to experience Emmanuel high. Emmanuel comes up to us and he just goes, whew. And I was like, all he did was walk from one side of the couch to the other, and he goes, whew. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes. And he goes, man, I had some food. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Paulie, please listen to him. And like, but like, we didn't get a lot of time to listen to Emmanuel because it was his turn to do his PowerPoint. And but yeah, like Emmanuel was down. Paulie, I could hear Paulie on the front of the room just like like laughing, and so like his laugh was making me laugh. I'm like, God damn it! Like I was getting mad. I was laughing so hard. I was like, God damn it, man! Fuck, that's funny. Stop making me laugh. I think I was getting to that point. I was like, Emmanuel, stop being so funny. But yeah, it was a good night, and like I was in a funk the entire day, and like that was definitely like a huge dopamine hit. That just like
good.
That's awesome. Good.
Yeah, I was like, yes, I just love hanging out with you guys. I love hanging out with them. I love being able to hang out with my family and not being like paranoid and fucking annoyed and shit.
But yeah, I wonder what that's like. My family, like, if my mom, sister, and my stepdad and I are together, it's usually fine.
Yeah.
Although my younger sister can sometimes fly off the rails over something that doesn't seem like a big deal to anybody else.
Yeah.
Get more and more of my family together, and I just go, man, they're all fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah. I don't usually have that feeling. It was just the last time I was with my family. Like I was telling Josh, I don't know if I talked about this in the pod, but it's like my grandma really pissed me off, and I ended up leaving for Christmas, like the belated Christmas that we had, and I kind of felt bad about it, but it was just like my cousin. I don't like smoking sativa. Sativa makes me paranoid, and like I can makes my skin like sensitive for some fucking reason. So like the Saturday we were celebrating it, he gave me all he smokes is sativa. He didn't tell me that it was gonna be, or I didn't ask. I should have asked, but he gave me sativa, and like as we were coming out of the car, I'm like, oh god, like fucking back, it's all cold and shit because that was when the cold snap was happening and shit. Yeah. So the whole day I'm just like, anything anybody was saying that was getting on my nerves, it didn't like wash away. It like, since like I could hear the comment over and over again, and like my grandma would not stop fucking hounding me for how small she thought the jacket I was wearing was. And at one point I just snapped and I had to leave. But so like you said with your sister, say like it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but like for me at the time it was like adding powder into like a keg until eventually like the smallest thing that it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, all of a sudden just like it may have not been like the reason, but it's just like boom. Actually,
it's not even that, like for her, it's not even like that. It was a not big of a deal because I mean that happens. Everyone has a shit that annoys you or something said you just took it the wrong way. That's fine. But she wants everyone to see it the way she does, and most people are just like, it wasn't that big a deal, and then she gets upset that you aren't as upset as she is.
That's what at that point too, like when people start saying like Tim, it's not that big of a deal, I was like, I gotta leave. Like I sometimes I can step outside, I can catch my breath or something. It was so fucking cold. I was like, all you had to do was give me a reason to not want to be there, and I was gonna go home. Like I wanted Megan and I to go home, and that's what happened. And like ever since then, I've been in this like fucking funk. Like I don't know if it's like I don't want to, like I don't know what my family thinks about me or something like that, but that's not the case. I talked to them already. They like even my grandma, but for some reason I just can't get myself out of this funk. And I was telling Josh this, like I'm like talking to a therapist about it, just because like I haven't felt like this before, where like I've had snippets of like, oh, I feel down today, but then the next day I feel fine. This was like 3-4 days. Like I would wake up with like, this fucking sucks. Like, I wish I didn't wake up feeling like this right now. And like sometimes I like, even with streaming, like sometimes I'd get like that, like when we're hanging out and like I get that like dopamine hit, and I was like, yes, like I'm able to get that from you guys, like hang out and like we can play games, we can joke around about shit like that, and I get that. But at the time, like before that even happens, I have to be the one to decide whether or not I want to go through that, and like whether I want to have like fun. And my point of saying this is that like being in that funk for that long, there was a lot of chances I could have fun. I decided not to.
Yeah. And oh no, I believe me, I get that. It's happened to me for years and years.
Yeah. No, but what I was saying is that yesterday I was in that mode, and I was just like dragging my feet. I was like, maybe I can just come up with some reason to just not go.
Yep.
I'm like, maybe I'll just say I have a cold, or I could say that, Boots doesn't feel good, or, let me just come up with some kind of reason. Something happened. And eventually, like, Megan was like, you should go. Like, you're going to have fun. It's going to be nice to see your siblings. And all 4 of you guys are going to be in the same place. You guys go have fun. I was like, oh, okay, fine. So like, thankfully, like Paulie, like, I don't like, here's another thing too. I don't like driving at night. My stigmatism is so bad. Like the headlights and like, stoplights, they're not bright, but they have like that flare.
Yep, dude, I'm the same way, and it's getting worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
driving at night,
my stigmatism is so bad, and so like I try, if I know that there's somewhere that we're going at night. If Megan's not coming, then I try to see if any of my siblings will drive me, and for the most part, they live close by, that it's not that much of a pain in the ass for them, and so I was telling my siblings, hey, can somebody pick me up? And if not, that's okay. There's another thing, like if you can't do it, don't worry about it, I'll just stay home, that kind of thing. Like, there's another thing, like, please just let me stay home. I just want to stay home, hang out with Megan, get high, and just like watch TV. But at the end of the night, I was just like, that was fucking awesome. That was so fucking fun.
Yeah.
Good.